Today, actually, my power went out. I didn't know what was going on, you know. I was in the bathroom getting ready. We were going to go out, and all of a sudden I heard, well, the power went out, and then I heard an explosion. And out here, a lot of times these transformers and stuff blow, I guess, and the power goes out. But after a while, I asked the neighbor, they still had power. Then I heard the neighbor next door, oh, maybe his music, right when I heard his music come on, that maybe is right when the power came on. Because I was coming back in it, I was like, what the hell is going on? How did these people have power around me? It's making me a little paranoid. But anyways, it just made me, every time something happens, you know, you sit there and think, is this it? Is this it? Like, what's going to happen? And it's so hard right now not to be thinking about, like, what is going to happen with these people? They're so locked into this false reality. And it is, oh my gosh, I can't believe it is built to this point. This is just madness. I can't even believe another week went by. We're going into the third week of August. That is crazy. Oh my God, this is so crazy. But, you know, I mean, it just gives everybody this, you know, slow roll into waking up. And, you know, the slow as everything keeps going is, that's why I keep thinking this is just a slowly wake people up so that they have the ability to see what this world is, so that they can realize what they are, you know, because this world is just, it is like you're, as a soul, you have these opportunities to go out and to experience all these different experiences. I talk about it all the time. So you go out to have all these experiences, and you go into these different worlds and different lives and different things, you know, you play all the different parts that you can possibly play. Animals, it doesn't matter. You play everything. And all of the different realities have different, you know, issues. Just like, I think Westworld just represents it really well, you know, because it goes into completely different times and worlds and existence and what was life like at that time. You know, when you start thinking about that, you know, reincarnation makes so much more sense. And why that you want to go in and play all these different parts. But it is, you know, right now, it is like this planet, you know, when it very first started, it was the aliens messing with the DNA, the technology, just like what's going on currently. And them messing with it to keep working until they found a species that would be slaves for them. But somewhere in that is, you know, consciousness, you know, when it went in, it had the ability to expand through these experiences. So this experience from the beginning was like controlled to see, like, would this experience work? You know, like say you had Westworld or Disneyland or something with all these different lands and different experiences you could go into, and you were starting a new one, but you weren't sure if it was ready for the public. So it was more contained. It was more an experiment. So I've understood that we've been an experiment. We've been watched this whole time of existence. And, but it seems kind of like to me that the controlling mechanism, kind of like there became an out of balance with the positive and negative, and it kind of became like a virus. And I just find it fascinating that that's what we're dealing with right now. But it is all of the whole existence of this, kind of see it like kind of like an octopus, but kind of like there's a certain kind of brain tumor, and it will go in and it goes out in tentacles, and it's super hard to do surgery to get it out, because these tentacles goes out and grows in all these different places like that. And that's kind of what I see, like, energetically, or on a soul level, that what has happened here. And so as beings as beings of light, be whatever you want to think of you are as a soul, that it is this waking up and fighting this darkness. And that's what it kind of reminds me of the never-ending story, because it's the dark and light. And then all of this talk about the dark to light and stuff like that. Because it is the awakening. It is coming out of the darkness, because this tumorous growth that has controlled our minds and controlled our environment and stuff. And it's the removal of it, and to then heal from whatever damage it did. And then when you heal, then you it's going in a whole nother direction, because this direction was always controlled. This was never our creation. This was always a controlled controlled environment, controlled atmosphere, the whole thing. Everything we looked at, it was all, and how it was shown to us how to think and stuff. But from what I kind of take it as, is that human beings are this combination, of a soul and a human or something. It was able to expand itself, to find itself. And so this experience that's going on right now is just, it's so fantastic. And because for so long throughout time, man has looked for the meaning of life. It's looked for its connection. It's always had so much manipulation to control it, and to control the person, using fear and stuff like that. I got so much out of watching The Village that just all of the information that we need is always out there to kind of trigger an awakening in part of you. And I don't remember when he made that movie. It seems like a long time ago. But when I saw it, it was like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what they always do and what they've always done, is create the beast, and then make you fearful of it, give you the whole scenario, the whole narrative, and it's all fake. And that's what has been going on such a huge scale. But now at this time, I really did, when the power went out, I was like, well, what if it just goes really slow like this, and we just lose power, and then this happens, and maybe it's not going to be some big dramatic thing. I mean, I have a bunch of people in my family who still think that this person who is calling themselves, the leader, really got in there proper. I mean, no clue at all as to what's going on. No clue at all. No idea that any of the stuff where they're looking into it, none of what's been shown, none of what's been hidden. There's people who really, really are so no idea. Is just there's the fish that come up to the fish tank that are looking out all the time, hitting their nose on the glass. And then there's the other ones just swimming around. Oh, that castle again, let's go through there. Oh, okay. Just going about this is life. And the other ones are over the glass hey, what's out there? Well, the ones that are swimming around, they're just happy swimming around, and they really think we're all a bunch of nuts. Why do you keep looking out there? We can't go out there. This is stupid. Why do you bother with that? Are you crazy? Are you some conspiracy theorist? I was like, no. But there's something out there. Don't you want to know what it is? But they're just, living their lives and caught up in the rat race, thinking that that's what life is all about. And, it's very exciting where we're headed. But this awakening process in this mass amount of people, and it to be so dramatic at this point, As it was making a lot more sense. I was talking this morning about Bush, and the person I was talking to was like, the orange one was 10 times worse than that. Well, for one thing, I lived through the other one. If you're not old enough to remember it, you don't know what it was like. And for another thing, this is two totally different. Like, one was for good and one was for bad. One has got all these rules on us right now. But, you know, I mean, they could walk in here and say, call me a terrorist and blow me out. I already feel like there's something weird going on with this. It was like a whole bunch of, the same thing happened on Twitter. A whole bunch of likes, and all of a sudden it just stops. So, I don't know. But I do know that they're, whatever they do, they're losing ground. They can try and stop all of us who know what's going on. You know, it's creepy too, is, you know, because they know about what we are. And it's trippy is because there's people who are a lot more in charge of their consciousness, you know, can go out and, what do we call that? Astral Project, and go out and, what's that other one too? When they can look from a distance. I can't think of what it's called, but when, like those people who can do that, there's actually, what you would think of as the men in black, that you would think of that are like that are in that realm, waiting to see, to know who has what abilities, waiting sometimes before they would go in and they would try and capture these people. You know, they can figure out who you are and stuff. Like they know a lot of stuff, what they're doing. We're just trying to figure it out. But so they can go over there and find you and see your abilities. I've heard of ones that are going out and doing it, like just, you know, astral projecting or just going and doing stuff, and they're being followed by these people that look like the men in black. It's trippy. And they don't want the people to be able to master those abilities, and they want to control them, but there's getting to be too many. But I used to think like that they do keep an eye on, like they know who has more understanding. Like I think that they have, like I think that they have something with the vibration. Like a lot of times of these vibrations that come out and they'll get so loud in my ear, I feel like there's certain vibrations they send out to, as an energy weapon, to kind of hit some of us that are kind of at a certain frequency, because it's, you know, it's an energetic weapon. And, you know, they know that there's people here who are here to fight the dark, that this is the battle of the light and dark. And there's a lot of souls, there's a lot of people's ancestors. I mean, like, there's people who are on this planet right now who are probably in, you know, not that their grandparent is playing their role of their grandparent, but they've got people in their ancestry who are incarnated at the same time as them right now, fighting this battle, because we're all fighting for, this is the, you know, souls breaking free, showing, you know, that we have we have understanding, we have consciousness, we don't need you. You don't, it's the breaking free of this system. And it is kind of like, it is, the system kind of is like in the Matrix or something. I'm picturing the Matrix, so maybe it's a different thing, but kind of like the people in pods, and they're being fed by like this umbilical of this system. That is kind of like what they've done with people's minds and stuff. Like they've just, it's all consuming this. That's why I call it it's there's certain things you can't say, so I can't say it more but like a parasitic kind of bacterial growth that is all consuming, that takes over your thoughts, your mind, and stuff like that. And I think that these random shooting out these things, because some of their control, some of their programming doesn't work on everybody. There's a lot of us that broke free from it for a long time, but we didn't put it all together. The internet and stuff like that has brought more people together so that they can get a wider perspective of what's going on and have a deeper understanding. But there's definitely tons of people, and I talk about this all the time, so if you think this sounds kooky, go in and listen to some other ones because I talk about it all the time. But the souls who've already gone up and that are coming back, or they're coming back to fix things that have been a problem throughout this time in history. And it's been a long time. This isn't like, we're not just talking about the past couple 100 years, but it has been a repetitive system. It's been a repetitive cycle that they've repeated over and over and over and over in the control of us. But this is us breaking free. And this is the battle between the dark and light. And I don't know with the people who are all asleep, like it's mind-boggling over what's going to happen next. I don't know. It's very tense, like knowing something big's about to happen and having no idea when, where, or what's going to happen, or the repercussions or anything. But it's also exciting because even if it is, no matter what happens, what's going to happen after. You don't know how, but we don't know how long that part's going to take either. Like, this part has drug out so long, like the next part could drag out long too. I don't know. But we still have this, cosmic event that's going to happen, this huge planetary shift, and we're still in the process of it. So I don't know. There's a lot going on. But we're going to go to town today. I've got this tire problem, and I want to get it fixed because you get it in your head, like, they've shown all of this stuff in these apocalyptic movies. And, when I'm in the forest, they're burning down forests everywhere. And these scenes of people trying to escape, and, the traffic is bad enough. People running out of gas. Gas places are all, the gas places even run out of gas. People are killing each other, stealing cars and gas stations. So it's like, and we saw what people do with toilet paper. So I don't know. They're deeply programmed. So yeah, I'm trying to just be ready to, if it's gonna go really south, I want to be ready to, I don't know, move out into the desert or something. Just pack up some stuff and go live in my car until stuff calms down. I don't know. Hopefully it's gonna go, and I've said it a million times, hopefully it's gonna go in a direction that's all about healing, and people are gonna, we're gonna go into it gentle, not people just angry and freaking out over what's going on. So I don't know. We're so close, and yet it doesn't seem any closer. We're so close and yet so far away. So anyways, have a great day. Stay safe. We've been saying this for so long now. Have your food, be ready. Anything can happen at any time. And it's like, oh my gosh, are we supposed to just all put our guards down and, not be prepared? Like, you be prepared, then you're like, okay, so when's it gonna happen? And it goes on and on and on. It's like, okay, is this just becoming like doomsday kind of like waiting for, I don't know. Anyways, I'm expecting something to go anytime. So be safe, and I will talk to you later. And just remember, no matter what happens, this is all for you to focus on your healing and to trust. Get in touch with yourself, to realize who and what you are, and to trust that everything is going to turn out okay, not to have fear. There's nothing that can hurt you. You're an infinite being. There's nothing that can hurt you, ever. Okay, well, I mean, we go through pain and suffering all the time. You're going to go through pain and suffering when you're incarnated and you have emotions and feelings. But there's nothing that can permanently hurt you to the degree of what people are in such fear of. So have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.